The orange is dressed in a new jumpsuit. The shiny badge on his chest reads, Quentin Bisley. He's side-eyeing the screen skeptically. Despite his tired, Quentin raises his hands to examine.
They call him humane hand.
The orange's face stretches into a...
There's other guys, too. The ones who go through the front door.
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. She glances at you and offers her hand in a business...
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange.
I just follow orders. Even if his crime was embezzlement, I have to keep him cuffed. Those are the rules.
Olison shrugs in a sharp, mechanical way, as if racking the slide of an assault.
Our friends from the administration didn't deign to inform me about this man's record. Could be I'm escorting a serial killer. It's corporate policy, you know.
She gives the silver a vengeful look. A guy wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand. He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting, and your CV wonderful. When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level...
Monty makes a ring with his thumb and forefinger.
You were number 63,784 on the waiting list, but you were lucky enough to get into the dome after only 16 months. Besides that, zero, nada, absolutely.
The silver shakes your hand for some reason.
In that case, I congratulate you heartily. You made the right choice. There are enough miracles here for...
An uncomfortable silence rises between you, and Monty abruptly changes. He taps the narrow illuminator panel with one finger.
Look, there's a storm rising. The lightning is strange. Green. Should lightning be green?
A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window. The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English. A thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is slightly fogged with her breath.
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so... thrilling.
The white presses small hands to her blushing cheeks.
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask. Kimura peers through the glass in the direction you indicate.
Oh, that's the aircraft that crashed into the dome during the first...
The white shakes her head, bewildered.
I just can't believe it. It's all true. We're on our way to meet the future.
Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right? To put it simply, the dome is a selectively permeable environment.
The white draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
Kimura listens without interrupting, as if considering your every word.
It's quite possible. I would like to set up an experiment to test this in practice.
She cuts off, abruptly. You exchange glances with the rapidly blushing Kimura.
Not in that sense. I mean, yes, in that sense, but it is science, you know? It's quite serious.
She blushes even more.
No thanks.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass, and smoky blue at the horizon. You scan the desert for any sign of the anomalies you've heard so much about. A flat, dark form hangs in the air above the horizon. It vaguely resembles a mushroom cloud. Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the port.
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat, a badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst,
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars. You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message. I don't know.
Ludovico laughs, unnerved. With the binoculars raised to his eyes, he minutely adjusts the focus.
It's a massive whirlwind north of Concord.
The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this? This?
He lets out a blaring. Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then the blues package them, silvers issue the documentation, and oranges move them to the cargo capsule. Just like the one you arrived in.
Nuzzi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to Crystal Sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off and turned into money. It's not like I endorse this, but we all like our...
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's...
Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for... Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
How can I help? It was nice chatting.
Oh, never thought that. Salutations. See ya.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
Hello, come up to the desk, please. I'll register.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a board. The employee glances at you indifferently.
All new employees must register first thing.
The administrator slaps himself on the forehead. Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious. The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science.
Dean squints down at the monitor. The music fades, and the administrator. Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
Dean frowns, Dean stabs impatient. Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod. You squeeze into the narrow window, lean over the reception. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784.
Dean snaps the dock. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Cronus was founded as a society of scientists and military professionals. White Wingers have special privileges at most of the original locations built in 71 and 72.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival.
Rayhet nods and points at the ceiling.
First, you need a set of combat gear.
Dean extends his second finger.
Second, weapons. Ms. Margarita Takachenko is...
The administrator straightens his third finger.
According to the latest regulations, all employees must attend a briefing on Psi abilities. Apply to instructor Andriy Mihai.
Dean extends his fourth finger and looks at you meaningfully.
Did I tell you? And finally, science is the overarching purpose behind everything we do here. Go to Professor Van Alden and learn how to study relics, avoid anomalies.
Dean catches himself.
Oh, and when you're done with your trainings, proceed to the waiting room.
The administrator looks up at. He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it. As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh, yeah.
Our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention.
Oh. See ya.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
It's a pure engineering miracle. Welcome. We are Cronus, your reliable guide to the world of the future.
How can I help?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Around the aperture at the top of the dome, a transition station was erected, which was called the Spire. It's a pure engineering miracle.
Bye-bye.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small. The silver perks up at your approach. The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger. Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike. Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted, or suffer the effects of a dangerous anomaly. You may also freeze to death or get fried. That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged.
He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base, of course.
Sydney rests the logbook on the silver disappears into the back for a while. And unfolding the package, Maynard shows you a brand. Sydney proudly shakes out a bright white jacket. It more resembles a thick mantle than a He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind that a full set includes head...
Sydney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform.
Sydney adjusts his glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Sydney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back anytime if you need something.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna, did you mark it as Class 1 again, instead of 2? Look, here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device.
Wait, but it's still Class 1. I'm not going to violate protocol.
Katarzyna, my dear, you may violate protocol as long as it benefits the company. Take your lead from your colleagues. Correct your report if you have to, and don't act so innocent.
Vladimir, I'm done. How do we mark it?
Class 2 fragile. Tell Noyan the relic should go out with today's flight. Think about it. A Class 2 relic will mean a bigger payoff for the company, and that means a bonus in your wages. Categorizing it as Class 2 means access to state-sealed bids. I bet the Brits will buy it. They're always trying to one-up us.
All right, Mr. Krachkov. I'll correct my report.
Carl, add sealed bids to the marking. I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges.
An engineer in a bright blue jacket is tinkering with the door.
You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight...
The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges. Marking their territory. If you ask me, they're too gracious about...
Penkovsky grunts angrily. Maxime extracts a thin...
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you expectantly. The blues getting... Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid...
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy. No special skill required. They wear out after a few locks. While the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely.
He gives you a quick lesson.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right there.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps all kinds of tools and gadgets.
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals and so on.
The blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff.
He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
because they're poorly made, warped from the heat, and the filters aren't worth it. I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
Well, you've got quite an aura. You're a natural. Yes.
Apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
Honest work will make
A lean silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar clamped in his teeth. As you approach, he flashes something really weird happens. All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpick. You thrust your hand forward, and you're out. The silver sticks out his lower lip.
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out of his mouth and the silver props his elbows on the table. Not waiting for an answer, Andre gropes your hand with an expression of... The silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and passes it to you. He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary
Mihai spreads the toothpicks on the table. The silver laughs loudly at his joke. The cigar falls from... The silver takes a...
Psionics. It's a gift for all of us. The forefathers took off someplace. Poof.
Mihai spreads his dark hands. Toothpicks hover around his head in a kind of halo. In reply, Andre jumps up from the unexpected question. The silver looks into your eyes.
3.
He easily names every number you don't have to. The filament in a little... The silver laughs contentedly. It doesn't take the psychic long. The ruined coin drops. Mihai shakes his head wearily.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
Penkovsky gives you an appraising look.
All right.
Maxime points at his utility belt with its various pockets, hooks, and clasps.
I'll never stop repeating. Carry your lockpick on your belt. It's handy. Everybody does it. Then when you need it, I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word. You're doing well. Just don't forget to pick up your uniform and weapons. It'll be awkward for you if the door gets stuck again.
Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet. Glad to meet you.
honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
See ya! Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all things, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Real resort city in the West, with bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll be here and we'll...
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat. The man turns at your footsteps. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand. The scientist puts the clipboard aside. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this...
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Kronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an...
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or do you have any more questions?
The White scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Kronos knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. Just switch on the scanner.
Van Ulden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, forefathers' objects, automatic doors, vehicles.
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system. You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation aid.
He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine. I'll give it to you as soon as we proceed to the practical part of the briefing. Are you ready, by the way, or...?
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single...
The scientist glances at his... He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be...
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your Arad 3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
Welcome to Detail, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Remember, our honest work will make the world better.
Welcome under the Dome, an amazing excursion
From the inside. Please stand by for decontamination to end.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. A better place.
Oh, good day.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Come back again.
Welcome under the Dome, an amazing excursion.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Van Olden gestures back at the eco-zone.
You haven't completed scanning everything yet. Finish the task first. Careful around the anomaly. Touch one of them and you'll be injured. Journal entry. Successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. And again, watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it.
Sebastian meets you on the platform. He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time. The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning. Why do you think they appeared?
The scientist assumes a superior expression. He glances at the shimmering blue light. Sebastian points a thin finger at the clustered light. Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand, and
the White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here and hear when you're full of a real thing. This is Victoria LeGrand, and the dome. Please stand by for decontamination to end.
Welcome under the dome.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. And in case of damage, your lives will be forfeit.
Listen to this information.
Sounds like a sci-fi story. But please stand by for decontamination to end. Plans are ready. According to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the west. With bars, casinos, spas. This is Victoria LeGrand, and the dome. Please stand by for decontamination to end. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Dome from the Inside, with me, Victoria Legrand. As you can see, there are endless...
Greetings.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
And I fully agree with...
Hello again.
Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready. According to them, there will soon be a real Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Dome from the Inside.
And I was starting to get bored. See ya.
You'll be lying by a swimming pool, sipping a margarita.
Wow, look what the wind blew in.
And therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year and will feel like a real queen. This is Victoria Legrand, and The Dome from the Inside. See you next time.
Glad to meet you. I hope to see you again soon.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year and will feel like a real queen. Victoria Legrand, and The Dome from the Inside. See you next time.
Are you trying to steal my money?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Dome from the Inside.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. You going to be late for your funeral as well?
Botherby pats his holster.
No, you do not. If you wanted to, you wouldn't have showed...
I agree with you, but what if I told you that in a year, you'll be lying by a swimming...
Listen to this information.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Glad to meet you.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Have a good one. Hey, you. Yeah, you, dumbass. I'm glad to meet you.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Come back again. Hey, you better not try to swipe anything around here.
Attention, attention.
Attention!
Please handle relics
Attention!
carefully.
Signs of illegal
In case of
activity
damage,
detected.
your life will be forfeit.
Hey, you're at it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch. Old habits. You know that.
Shall we continue?
Bye-bye.
What? Again? I'm all ears. I hope to see you again soon. So where were we? Have a good one.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Why are you bugging me?
Botherby glances deliberately down at his holster and
According to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the West, with bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year and will feel like a real queen.
Always.
This is
And receive a
Victoria
colorful leaflet.
Legrand, and the dome from the inside.
the smell of good tobacco. The woman fixes her coppery hair. Margarita thumbs back. She glances at Tukachenko. The weapon seems weightless as she spins it around her finger.
I ain't telling you shit about this thing, cause that's exactly how much I know. Laser, schmazer, cadmium battery, fiberglass body, blah, 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 blah.
Margarita shakes her head disapprovingly.
You should take care of your weapon.
Tukachenko bites down on the stem of her pipe. The black regards the Andromeda suspiciously.
Fuck it. If it breaks, bring it back and I'll trade it in for another one.
The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive only rubbish. If you want the real deal...
Leaning over the counter, the black points somewhere off.
But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his toothpicks. Be careful around him, though. Don't let him pitch you a line. Psychic my ass.
She winces.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Mihai smiles around the silver tick.
Scion.
Mihai.
Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers to sci-fi here.
Botherby is polishing a button on the black. Looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received checkmark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint.
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to the doors.
Behind this door,
he raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets.
See you next time.
Can't help but say I'm stoked.
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making a toy.
Dome from the inside. see, there are endless salt cans in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a nun's gusset.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all.
The scientist looks up at you.
Off you go.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization.
Tkachenko grunts a greeting without removing the pipe. Tkachenko
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Guide to the world of the future. When the dome was found, a small research was built nearby.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. A better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Hello again. Come back again.
Ed, spit it out. I can see.
What do you want? It was nice chatting.
Ed, we already discussed this.
Employee,
the relic
please come here.
effect.
There's an urgent task for you.
It's not. Hiya.
It was nice chatting.
What do you want?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
See ya.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Why now? Classified as Group 2. They bring such cool stuff from Nashville.
And receive a colorful leaflet.
Greetings.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Have a good one.
Dome from the inside.
Pity Stein isn't seeing this.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Hello again.
The giant display glows welcoming. A gray old man with high... He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base.
He reaches for something out of view. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
White Wing. You know, I have a great deal of respect for our science division. And I find the people intriguing as well.
Martin writes something in his journal.
I'm glad to see you here. Honestly speaking, our medical staffing...
Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of him.
Thank you for your reply.
He assumes a serious expression. Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see.
You can't make out his eyes behind the glare on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside.
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what...
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from White Wing, and everybody else, even I myself...
Putting the folder aside, he sits back. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech.
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to show you a short video. Please pay attention.
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications. I'd have assigned someone from Magellan, but I'm short on personnel. That's why it has to be a newcomer. I apologize again for the rush, but it seems I have no choice.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing the materials for
the speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title, The Cronus Archive 1971 to 1974, was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom. You're not really interested in the movie. Instead, you eye the austere interior of the guard room, the switches on the panel, and the dusty window. The speaker's voice seems to come from a distance. In November of 1973, a massive network. The camera glides through dim caverns. The speaker continues. C-12 Nashville is an innovative research complex located atop the film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified. Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both...
Kingsley lowers his eyes and flips through some documents.
Only the driver.
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville-based...
The chief officer rubs his forehead. He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking some...
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent.
Kingsley's hand reaches toward...
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Oh, you again. Bye-bye.
Good day. What do you want? See ya.
What do you want?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
Have a good one.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of ancient.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. A better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Greetings. Bye-bye.
The highway leading to C-12 Nashville is blocked by an anomalous storm, and you're forced to detour over a mountain pass. Clara lifts up the hood and...
The engine's boiling, so we'll have to wait. You do know what happens when a car boils, right? It's...
The Blue shuts her mouth abruptly and stares anxiously at the dark funnel cloud dancing on the horizon. Now that you're on higher ground, Morgan turns on the radio. The air is filled with white noise, and the Blue looks at the engine again.
We wait. As soon as it cools down, we'll go. This storm worries me more, but it's not an insurmountable problem. I heard there are some relics at the local gas station.
Your companion perks up a bit. She seems to be interested in this subject. The Blue looks at the storm once more. She sighs and squirms.
I knew people who got caught in one of those storms.
Morgan thinks for a moment.
It's a combination cafe gas station called Roadside Picnic. Never been there myself, but there's something off about it.
Hi there.
Why
nice
should
chatting.
we depend on rational knowledge? Reason leads us up a blind alley over and over again. There are only two true paths to knowledge. Mystical epiphanies and my books.
Right. What has reason ever given us anyway?
As you well know, 2 + 2 = 4. The Earth goes around the sun, and you should wash your hands before you eat.
That is true. And that means everything else in this book is also true.
Cyborgization of the soul with assistance from machine elves from another dimension.
Glad to meet you. I hope
Why
to see you
should
again
we
soon.
depend on rational knowledge? Reason leads us up a blind alley over and over again. There are only two true paths to knowledge. Mystical epiphanies and my books.
Right. What has reason ever given us anyway?
As you well know, 2 + 2 = 4. Around the sun, and you should wash your hands.
That is true. And that means everything else in this book is also true.
Hello? Have a good one.
out of my gas station.
Why are you bugging me? Do you even know who you are messing with?
Someone shoot them already.
Bring it on.
Guys, take down this skunk.
Dead asshole. I'll smack you up.
Do you even know?
Oh.
You're dead, asshole.
Ow! I'll smack you up. Structural damage located. Structural damage located.
Ow! Arr!
I'll make research samples out of you.
Clip's empty. Reloading. Guys, take down this skunk.
Violator. Stop the attack.
Now you're gonna get it.
Well,
Come on, don't be shy. Bye-bye.
Clara briefly looks up from poking around the engine.
So, how's the situation? Sure you don't want some nuts?
You see doubt in Blue's eyes.
I don't know.
Clara returns to her.
Come on, don't be shy. It was nice chatting.
Do you remember us passing a supermarket last week? I'm thinking about that purse with glass beads. It's a shame I didn't buy it.
Hiya.
Clara briefly looks up from poking around the engine.
So, how's the situation? Sure you don't want—
The blue unscrews a nozzle from under the block, examines it, then screws it back in place.
Huh? The mission? I missed that part. Sorry. Kingsley told me to take you to your group. They've lost connection with them. You don't know anything about that, do you?
The woman distracts herself from the repairs for a moment.
It was what they call a divine providence.
She stares past you into the distance, her face radiant.
One day, I suddenly realized the Lord had already shown me a real miracle.
Clara fixes her gaze on you.
You see?
She falls silent, but can barely contain her excitement. A vague smile appears on the blue's face.
Really? That's good news. We could have been stuck in here for a long time.
You open the hood. Clara sets up the device between the cylinders. Nothing happens at first. But then, the small sphere clicks and a network of thin cracks appear. You exchange glances with Clara. She gently touches the relic and forcefully slams the hood. Sitting behind the wheel, Clara nods to you, inviting you to get into the cab.
Done. Let's go.